Bandsaw here. The first thing I'm going to do is do some cutting on the front view, just to show you that it can cut on the front view yet. Blade goes all the way around. The blade's going to go down through the table, through the hole in the table. Same deal, you want a 2-inch margin of safety. Keep your hand away from this blade. This blade cuts much smoother, cuts much quicker than the scroll saw. It's easier to use, but it's a bit more dangerous. Okay? But you're going to see how easy it actually is to use. We come up to the saw. The first thing we do is we take our car and put it next to the blade, just like on the scroll saw. On the scroll saw, we adjust that foot so it touches, right? Bandsaw, we want to keep this upper guide assembly a 1/4 inch above our car. 2 reasons. One, it's safe. It doesn't leave all that extra blade hanging out here to get cut on with your fingers. The second reason is that actually keeps the blades straight so you can make better turns. So you're going to put your finger underneath here. This is heavy. You want to put some pressure up on this. You can even put your hand underneath here. You're going to loosen this hand wheel in the back. This is on the same on both saws. And I'm going to set it on my finger on top of the car. So it goes the upper guide assembly sitting on my finger, sitting on my car. That sets the 1/4 inch, and then I tighten it up. Then when I pull my finger out, it's the right distance away. It's a 1/4 inch away. Okay? I'm going to take my car away. This is a new blade, so we're okay doing it just for the demonstration, but in general, you do not want to stand right here, where Andrew is. We should be okay, but the only reason that you want to do that is there is a slight possibility that if the blade does break on this, the force of it will send the blade, it'll hit the table and it'll come out this way. Have I ever seen it happen? No. Have I seen blades break? Yeah. So in general, you don't want to stand there. For the sake of the demonstration so people can see, we'll have you stand there and that's fine. Once you get it all set up here, 1/4 inch above with your finger, it's time to make a cut. Again, the tool likes to go straight. Instead of the rattling, you're going to hear it binding. Hear that extra sound? But I can make a pretty tight cut. Good? If you have to do a relief cut with the bandsaw, you need to cut all the way in, shut the saw off, and wait for it to stop. Back the cutout. Then turn it back on. Okay, got the relief cut in there. Then we have the shape of the car cut. Okay? So, with that being said, relief cuts are much easier on the scroll saw, so if you have a lot of relief cuts, it's easier to do that on the scroll saw. Bandsaw, trickier relief cuts. Yep?
So like if you don't have a lot of relief cuts, you could probably use that one.
Yep, you can use this for your front view. Notice how much smoother this was? Cuts a lot smoother. Yep.
Can you like fake your relief cuts on the scroll saw and then come over and use this one for the regular cut?
You can.
Okay.
You're waiting in 2 lines then though. Now, if I had some stuff to cut on the top here, what I would do is take all my pieces and put them back together. I would wrap tape around the axles, wrap tape around the axles in the back. And then I could see my lines yet to cut my top view. Okay? I'll show you how to cut the top view here with this. Okay. I need to cut that top view out. You can sketch yours back in on your car too if you only have a little bit to do. You can always sketch it back in on your car. But now I have to reset my upper guide assembly. Because if I'm cutting here and all of a sudden I get to this edge, it's going to hit underneath here. When you're cutting your top view, you always put the upper guide assembly a 1/4 inch above the highest part of your car. It's going to be a little bit more dangerous back here because there's a lot of blade hanging out, but just got to be aware of that. What do I have to do? Shut it off, wait for it to stop. So I got the first part of the top view done. Second part of the top view done. Okay. Works very well for cutting top view, works well for cutting front view. If you want to use this tool for the front view, you may use this tool for the front view. If you do cut a top view, you have to use this tool. Okay? Questions on anything?